I think Bobby has really grown into this job. I didn't think I would not endorse him for president. I endorsed Donald Trump. I thought that he didn't have the leadership experience chops to run the largest branch of the federal government. I mean, who would? Uh, he is a lawyer. He has been fighting against big big pharma, big ag, big chemical, the Monsanto case, pretty much ever since he had to do public service in the Hudson River Valley, consequent to being busted for heroin back when he was in school. I mean, that's what got him going with Waterkeepers, and then he's just progressed since then. He has enormous energy for somebody his age, but so does Donald Trump. The two of them are well matched, I think. And he has really grown into this job. He picks his battles. So you ask the question, what has he accomplished? To make sense of that from your side of the pond, one of the first things that the President Trump did is through an executive order, he impaneled the Make America Healthy Again Commission, which is a all of government effort to address these fundamental drivers that are, frankly, reducing longevity in Americans. I mean, this is the big shocker, is that our children are going to lead, if we stay on this course, our children here in America are going to lead shorter, less healthy lives than their parents. That's just a bomb. And so the president, I am completely convinced the president is very committed, particularly to children's health. To some extent, I think this reflects Barron Trump and his sense of protection of Barron Trump and his commitment to his son and his sons. His older family has prospered, but this really young child that he, is now a late adolescent. He takes children's health very seriously. So that's one of the places he's very aligned with the secretary. So they created this MAHA commission, and after 100 days, it came out with a document the likes of which the U.S. government has never seen before, has never produced.
Peter Thiel took $500,000 and turned it into $1 billion using the exact same techniques we're using inside the investment club. He met his CEO, his name was Zuckerberg. He pitched him the deal and he said, okay, I'll give you $500,000. Mark went public and sold the shares to people like you. Well, what happened to Peter? Well, he exited and got a 2,300x return. The wealthy invest in early stage companies, folks. The public markets are for suckers. It's a rigged game. By the way, this happens in crypto as well. It's called pre-sale tokens. This is Solana. Does anybody know this chain? They sold pre-sale tokens for 4 cents. And you can see the date on there, April 5th, 2018. Look at Solana today, folks. That thing's up over 1,000x. The media and Wall Street and all these hype people get you to buy the top. Meanwhile, they put their clients in at the bottom and they use you for liquidity to make their clients rich. You can play this same game. You just have to have the financial education and the deal flow. That's it.
Which was a critical assessment of where Americans' health is at and what's driving the lack of health, and what's driving the various factors, particularly environmental toxins. There was a lot of teeth gnashing in the base, that the vaccine issues weren't addressed as stridently as they wished that they were, but environmental toxins and a number of other things were highlighted in that. Now, one of the things that in that initial report, which was basically a threat assessment, one of the things that I personally, and I was invited to the White House when they rolled this out, they did the press announcement there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm watching from the third row. There was a clear attempt to reassure the agriculture community in the United States, farmers, in part justified because, as the president said, farmers have supported me in every one of these three elections. So he has not only a deep attachment and commitment to children and children's health, but also to the agriculture community in the United States. And so personally, I felt like they kind of pulled their punches a little bit on big ag. And we have some agriculture practices that is forbidden in Europe, are forbidden in Europe and in the UK, like the use of, here's the sanitized term, desiccants in harvesting wheat, soy, and other grains. What that amounts to is because of policies in the 60s, get bigger, get out, we largely have lost the small farm. You have these massive farms. And but even more massive is the cost of the combines, the devices that are used to harvest the grain and the soybeans. And the way the industry works is you basically have investors backing, you could think of it like a real estate investment trust, organizations that buy these very large, highly expensive bits of machinery that then schedule their harvest time so that they move from a large farm to large farm to large farm. And so the large farms have to be able to predictably dry their grain prior to the harvesters coming through because they've scheduled them. How do you do that? Well, you spray basically a pesticide on all your wheat or all your soybeans or all of your barley. And then it dies, it dries, and these big harvesters come through. The consequence is that the vast majority of Americans and Canadians, by the way, have significant levels of glyphosate in their urine. Glyphosate is Roundup. It's produced by the Bayer Corporation that bought Monsanto.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.